Hello everyone, in this video we're going to quickly go over topology once again and its effect on the randomization results when it comes to using random flow. First off, I just want to show you that the subdivision in the operators, particularly the ones dealing with panel details like random loop extrude and random panels, can only subdivide tries and quads. Ingons will be left as is, but their boundary edges will be subdivided. However, they cannot contribute any random shapes since they do not create new faces or edges inside them. Topology matters a lot with random flow since the randomizations are not pulled from the air or the ether, but from the underlying edge structure of your mesh. The size and shape of your faces and their edges contribute greatly to the randomization result. So, if you have a messy topology, expect a messy greeble output. Knowing this fact means you can exert a level of control to the randomization by modifying your base topology before using the add-on. You can add more faces in a particular area to get more shapes being randomized relative to the island size you are using, or reshape the faces by adjusting the position of edges or verts. Before the arrival of the masking and edge marking features in the add-on to let you control which areas can't be or can't be randomized, you have the topology as your primary control. Just keep in mind that we are ultimately dealing with randomization, so we don't have 100% control on the final result, but we can at least steer it towards something we want. You can see here that I have even purposely created an ingon in the mesh so that part can be randomized. It's no longer necessary in the latest version because of the face tagging or masking, but you get the idea. And that is a short and simple exploration on how topology works with random flow. If you're interested in the add-on, links are in the description. Thanks for watching.